Hi everyone, it's me, Lunaquin. So, second Halloween makeup tutorial, and it is for an elf. Like, just a stereotypical kind of elf, like a token elf or whatever. So I wanted to go for that, and definitely kind of be a little crazier with it, like go for like a warrior elf, an elf who is like a warrior or something, I don't know, but I wanted to kind of not be like the stereotypical kind of elf, perfected skin, just very regal. Like, I still wanted it to still be regal, but I didn't want to be like, oh, boring and like perfected skin. There you go. I wanted to still do up like designs, things like that. I also braided my hair. It looks awesome. This is actually tape. I would recommend using actual prosthetics, but anyways, tape is a cheaper alternative. But anyways, if you want to see how this looks, just keep on watching. So, what I'm going to do is I am going to apply Mineral Effects Face Primer. I'm just going to shake it up a bit. This is just going to help give my skin a little bit more to the foundation, a little bit more of like a primer. Basically, that's what it is. This is basically a primer, hence the name. It's just going to give this, it's going to fill in certain spots, and it's going to give your skin a little bit more of a slip. It's going to look a little more silkier, a little prettier, so, yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to be applying foundation. I'm going to be applying this foundation, which is L'Oreal Visible Lift Smooth Absolute foundation in classic ivory, because I want my skin to be a little bit lighter than my natural skin tone. But first, I think I'm gonna cover up my blemishes, which I obviously have. So let me just grab my concealer brush. I'm gonna use my concealer brush, and I'm gonna use my Sormay concealer. So for the under eyes, I'm going to use my Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion, because you guys know I love this stuff for priming the skin for concealer. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply my concealer around there. So it looks like that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply my foundation. And this foundation, I am going to be applying it in a dish. So I have the foundation out in a dish. And I'm going to find the foundation brush. I'm going to use this foundation brush, and I'm just going to apply that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my hands, just pat that all over, just to really help it work into the skin. And now we're going to powder it. So now we definitely look very good. So what I'm going to do is obviously contour and highlight, of course. I'm going to use my dead white face powder, and I'm also going to use my faint eyeshadow. I use this stuff for everything. I absolutely love this stuff. Amazing stuff. So, what brush am I going to use for my highlighting? I'm going to use this brush for my highlighting. And I'm just going to go with my natural, myself naturally, with my natural highlight, where I would naturally have a highlight, because I don't want to really go, I don't want to do too much to my highlight. I still want to go with my highlight a little bit, with the way my skin would naturally highlight. So it looks like that. Now we're going to do the highlighting. And for the highlight, I am going to use this brush. I'm using all these new brushes because I just got them. Really tap off that excess. And now I'm just going to contour naturally. Then I'll blend it in after. Looks like that. And now I'm going to do is I'm going to go down the bridge of the nose. I want my nose to be a little more slender, so I'm going to do the same thing I did with my Sylvanas tutorial. And now I'm going to take and I am going to buff it out. I'm just going to take a blending brush and just blend that out a bit. Okay. So I'm just going to amp up the contour just a hair. I'm going to use this brush. I'm just going to use the tip of it, just to amp up the contour just a little bit in certain areas. I'm going to really just buff that out. And that is that. And I'm also going to smile and give myself a little bit of those lines. Some people are probably going, why, Logan? Because of the fact that I want it to look like my skin is a little aged, but not like, bam, aged. I still want it to look like I'm a little bit older than I naturally am. Like I'm more wise. And so it looks like that. It looks like it's a little bit more like amped up. You can really see that I look a little bit, not like ultra older, but you can see that I look a little tiny bit older. I don't even know if you can, but I can kind of tell. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to use a shimmering white eyeshadow. The white I'm going to use is from the Ammo palette. I'm going to use this brush, and it is Polyester Bride, which is just a white, shimmering white eyeshadow. Put that on the Cupid's bow. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of that dead white face powder, and I'm going to put a highlight right there to really emphasize that my skin is a little bit less, a little bit more aged up. And now it definitely looks like I'm a little bit older right around there, just a hair. Not too much, but it's a little bit better. So, my brows are already done up. I'm probably going to actually do them up again, though, just because of the fact that I want my brows to be perfect. With an elf, your skin, you want it to really look perfect. So, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, and I'm going to do my eyes. For my eyes, oh, I forgot to blend a little bit right here. Right down here. Okay. So for my eyes, I'm going to use Urban Decay Primer Potion. And you can do almost anything with it if you're going for more of a, like a wild elf or a crazy elf or something of that nature. Just use whatever your heart desires. I'm going to go natural with my elf, so what I'm going to use is I'm going to use this brush, and I'm just going to use faint eyeshadow. I'm just going to amp up my crease. Now I'm just going to take that brush, no, not that brush. I'm going to take this brush. No, probably not. Take this brush, and I'm going to take my face powder. And now I'm going to take a little bit of that shimmering white and just put that right there. I'm also going to put some right where the inner tear duct is. And so now what I'm going to do is going to do the design. Okay, so what I'm using is I'm using the Brown Eyes from Physicians Formula. It's just gel liner. I'm using an angled liner brush, and I'm just going for any kind of pattern. As you can see, I did it really swirly and very elegant. So I'm not going to do the exact same thing on this side. I'm going to do it a little bit different. I'm going to do it probably about here. Doing something a little bit different because I don't want it to be symmetrical. I'm just gonna... And that is that. And now I'm going to do is I am going to take, basically you can do any kind of design you want, really. And now I'm going to do is I'm going to take and do my lips. For my lips, I just prepped them with a little bit of Urban Decay Primer Potion, OCC Lip Tar. And I'm going to use... I'm going to use a little bit of Nude from LA Colors. Just in the center. And I'm just going to take a little bit of Desert Rose. It's just a shimmering gold, champagne-ish kind of color. I'm just going to take and put that in the center. Just to give it a little shimmer. So it looks like that. And I'm going to grab my costume and be back with the completed look. So this is the completed look. Yes, I took tape and taped my ears so they're more pointed. Yeah, I would have used prosthetics, but I did not have any at hand. But anyways, it's a cheap alternative. But I'm pretty amazed with how this look did come out. I mean, it definitely is pretty good for just limited supplies. I mean, I just used my Sylvanas wig, the wig that I used for my Sylvanas tutorial. I just braided the bits that were hanging down, just braided them and brought them back, and then just braided the back. Awesome. And then this is just a cosmetology cape, like a cape you used to cut people's hair with, that I had lying around. I'm like, I'll just take and pin it up and everything and call it a day. I have a glove that I use for weightlifting, and then I have this for just a ring. But yeah, and I put like my ball stud earring in. But anyways, yeah, and I am wearing pants, so just in case you're wondering. But anyways, if you have comments, any comments, feedback, whatever, just leave them down below in the comment section. Comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And if you have any requests, just leave them down below. Until next time.